once known as the Tattersall's Cup. Stormageddon in. Locked away. Racing. Filthy Habits bounced out, hit the ground first. Buckets Ridge Playhouse Patron also had left the gates very well. Royal Law's going to drive forward. Going up 5 wide is Iowa as they race to the first corner. Right behind them, Fear the Wind as they settle down. They'll scatter the ducks here at the 1800 mark. Right behind those, blazing away. Karamundi's going up just in front of those. And then wider on the course is Opportunistic. They're followed by Russian to the Bar, who drives up near the middle, simply easing back. Captain Pluto, Memory Parade, and Stormageddon is last of all. Filthy Habits leads them. They've gone to Northerly Lodge at the 1500. Filthy Habits only a neck to the good of Playhouse Patron. Running third, Buckets Ridge over on the inside, and Royal Law's grabbed hold of the bit there, and he's starting to pull very fiercely. Iowa sitting out 3 wide. Might be allowed a bit more rain to stride forward in a muddling pace. Over on the rails to Fear the Wind, shaded by Karamundi. Throwing its head around right back there in the field is Opportunistic. Lost a couple of lengths there. He took hold and snagged it straight out the back, and he's back with Stormageddon. Rushing to the bars in front of those. Captain Pluto blazing away. Memory Parade as well. And suddenly Opportunistic had been detached from the field and has dropped out. Something might be amiss at the 850 metre mark, and Filthy Habit shows the way here in the Scale Cup. Out about a half a length on Iowa, who's straight up to his girth. Buckets Ridge with nowhere to go down on the inside. Royal Law, it's out there 3 wide. Then Playhouse Patron between horses, 5th. On the move around them here at the 550 is Simply. Fear the Wind's got nowhere to go either, and Pike takes off here on the outside with Captain Pluto in what's been a messy middle part of the race. Followed further back Karamundi, and then over on the outside of those coming towards the turn, rushing to the bar, Memory Parade blazing away, and Stormageddon, they're homeward bound at the 300. Filthy Habits joined by Simply, Royal Law, and Pike goes to work on the captain. Captain Pluto lets down, coming at Simply. Simply Captain Pluto, Royal Law getting up on the inside with 100 to go. It's Captain Pluto and Simply having a great war. Captain Pluto, Simply, they go to it. Simply was able to rally on the inside of Captain Pluto and worry him out of it to win the Scale Cup. Simply from Captain Pluto, Buckets Ridge, Stormageddon, Memory Parade on the extreme outside, charging home. Close up, Royal Law, Filthy Habits, Fear the Wind behind them, Playhouse Patron. Next home, Karamundi, Russian to the Bar, and Iowa blazing away next to last. And Opportunistic was eased out of the race and looks as though he is fine. He's up near the 400 metre mark. Johnston Porter still aboard. Something, though, has gone amiss. Simply too good. Simply for Freddie Kersley. Takes out the Scale Cup. Captain Pluto went to Simply. Simply getting that big weight relief today. Building and building into the preparation. And beats Captain Pluto, 1 Buckets Ridge, 3rd in the photo, and 14 Stormageddon monstering the line late. In 2:10.61, it got a bit muddling, it got a bit messy at times. Margins a short neck, a long head, with Simply by Doomsday from Canny Lassie. For Paul Griffin, T. Shea, Peter Bell, Jason Caroni. Turned out by Grant and Delana Williams, and Freddie Kersley returns home a winner this afternoon. Great battle between Simply, Captain Pluto. A short neck, a long head margins, 36.46 the back end 600. The runner-up is by Savabeel, the stablemate of Simply, Willie Pike, and Buckets Ridge is by Pride of Dubai. It gives the Williams team the trifecta in the race. They've saddled up the 3 place getters in the Scale Cup. Simply, Captain Pluto, and Buckets Ridge. A magnificent achievement. Not sure what happened there to Opportunistic. Threw its head around. Johnston Porter was in no man's land, took hold, and then suddenly became detached from the field, but he's returning back to the yard now, and he looks as though he's in pretty good condition. Nothing seems amiss, but something has clearly gone wrong down there, and he makes his way back after finishing without completing the course. Race 8, the Guineas at Group 2 level for the 3-year-olds is the next today, and there are no changes. Well, we'll take you downstairs. What a great effort there. Congratulations extended to Grant and Delana Williams. Not only have they prepared the winner, they've prepared the second and the third place getters in today's listed scale cup. Here's Jockey, and he's with Puffer Williams.
Thanks, Darren. A nice nerve settler for Grant and Alana Williams. Grant joins me now. Grant, congratulations on the win. Simply, was he the forgotten horse in this market coming into this event, or was that a surprise to yourself and Alana?
No, look, I thought his run, his couple of runs this time in have been great. I thought Chanel handled him great last start. We actually put him in that 66 race, but he had obviously a heap of weight in the outside gate, and we're going to need points. So, you know, obviously we're heading him towards the Perth Cup, and I think he was aided by an unbelievable ride by Freddie. You know, we said, you know, he goes good, so he put him into the race and kept him out and give him heaps of space. And I think seeing today he stays and he went good.
All throughout this horse's career, you've touched upon the fact that he's a little bit backward. Sometimes he's lacked a brain. Is he getting better? Is he putting it all together now to have the attributes to win a Perth Cup?
Yeah, I think so. Look, the whole family we've had have been hard work, but what they've got is they've got good engines. So it does help you actually put up with that when they're like that. And it's just great to see him actually. But this time last year we were actually running out of beans with him. We were trying to qualify, but now we can actually just plan a bit more of a path.
A trifecta, a great result for the stable. The second and third horses were great.
Too bad it wasn't 3 races, huh?
How are you feeling? Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon, you spent it on the golf course, just relaxing. How have you been over the last 2 days?
Wish I was back out there.
Hopefully we're chatting again soon. Well done here.
Thanks, mate.
There's Grant Williams after the win of Simply. Great to see Fred Kersley in the winner's circle back here. Home at Ascot, Scott Emery, and wasn't it a wonderful ride?
Exactly right. Last time we had Freddie Kersley here in the West Lockey, he was a 3 kilo claiming apprentice, and now he's just strutting his stuff over there in Victoria. It's great to have him back here today, and he's on a live chance in the Railway Stakes for Team Williams, who've just taken out a trifecta in the AJ Scale Cup. It's 13, 2, 1 and 14. Pays 28.50 and 6.40 in the end, and I think Darren's description was that he worried out Captain Pluto, and it's not a bad way to describe it. It looked like Captain Pluto had him cold at the 150-metre marker, but in the end the superior stayer was too good. Freddie Kersley's about to weigh in with Chief Steward Brad Lewis. He's probably going to use Peter Hall here as a bit of a valet as well, and then we'll get a word from him after the victory of Simply. But Freddie Kersley has weighed in. He's handing off the saddle. We'll get a word from him now. Freddie Simply, he's a bit quirky, but he can stay.
Yeah, they informed me that he's can be difficult, but is manageable. I thought we began fairly, and tempo was okay. I was happy enough following Johnson Porter. I don't know what happened to the 1400. Those in front were having a picnic, so I took it upon us to stride up, proving the right move. We built in the race well.
150-metre marker. It looked like Willie had you cold on the outside.
Yeah, it's not easy to get past W. Pike at Ascot, especially on railway day. But I could feel Pikey breathing down my neck. I knew I had at least a length up my sleeve when I pulled it through the left, so that helped us.
What about the Railway Stakes itself? Have you spoken to Grant and Alana or Willie about Storyville, because she can get a bit of a bee in a bonnet?
Yeah, I don't reckon Willie's going to give me much feedback after just then, but we're just getting warmed up.
Where do you see yourself in the run?
Well, barrier 10, that forces our hand. On paper, she's a better horse off midfield, so that's where we'll be.
Good to have you back in the West.
Good to be here.
There's Fred Kersley. He boots home a winner. That is Simply an 11 out of 10 ride for the WA boy. He combines with Grant Alana Williams to take out the AJ Scale Cup.